story, since I can give you the inside scoop. I've known Raymond for a long time. He's a great Latino leader, a good friend, my primer brother, mi hermano, and I want to kind of bring him to life for you. Raymond, as you'll see in your program, is the Global Chief of Diversity for Aetna, and Aetna is a Fortune 100 diversified healthcare company. This category recognizes an executive who advocates for a diverse workforce, including supporting professional development and career advancement of minority employees. Raymond Arroyo is that llama brillante, that bright flame, illuminating the path for many, many ambitious MBAs. What can one say about Raymond Arroyo, who just last week was named one of Hispanics magazine's 100 most influential Hispanics in the United States, and also last week by Urban Professional magazine as one of the top executives in corporate America. And if that wasn't enough, already he's featured on the most recent cover of Diversity Executive magazine. But it doesn't stop there. On Monday, he just returned from Paris, France, where he was invited to the Women's Forum global meeting to support women career growth around the world. And he was also invited a few months ago to Amsterdam to speak on diversity issues to the Dutch government and to Dutch business. So anyways, I was with Mark Bertolini having dinner on Monday night. He's Aetna's president, and he was recently named to become the next CEO when Ron Williams retires next year. And I decided to get to the bottom of this mystery on how is it that Raymond became such a world-renowned brand in the diversity space. So I started giving Mark a hard time about Raymond with no adult supervision going to France with 2,500 women from 75 countries. So, you know, Mark laughed a little, but he said, you know, Charlie, what Raymond does seems so simple, but yet it's so hard to achieve. He is one of the few chief diversity officers in the entire country to elevate this job beyond an HR role and convert it into a competitive business strategy rather than an affirmative action strategy. And as an example, Aetna 3 years ago had a very weak penetration of the U.S. Hispanic market. So Raymond convinced Aetna's CEO to start a pilot called the Miami Advisory Council. Now what he did is he went out to Miami and he recruited 6 top-notch business executives. One of them was the recent president of Univision, Cesar Conde, people at that level too, and they were paid advisors in stock and cash. And because Aetna doesn't have yet a Latino on their board, something that Raymond's been pushing and pushing for, and it will hopefully happen soon, but they were advising the president and the CEO, and because of Raymond's efforts in the Miami area, sales have increased 350% in 2 years. And now what he's going to do is roll this out nationally. That is leadership. So I reached out to Cesar Conde, the president of Univision this week, and this is what he had to say about our Brillante Award winner. Raymond is a thoughtful, intelligent, humble, and personable leader. He leads everyone around him to higher achievements with the utmost integrity. And he does it with a great sense of humor and an unshakable positive attitude on life. But his professional life is only part of his accomplishments. He sits on a long list of corporate and nonprofit boards that you can see in your program, and many focused in the Latino community. And he's quite a leader there too. But the story I want to share with you is that 8 years ago, Raymond and 3 Latinos sat in a New York City restaurant having coffee discussing the role of social groups in America and how much Hispanics were left behind because they just don't know how to network well and support each other. So they decided to create a new organization called Primer, which stands for First. They envisioned a family of professionals, senior professionals, who would be there first for each other as a family in a group very different than those that exist in America today. And as you know, there has been very little advancement for Latinos and Latinas in the executive ranks of America's largest corporations. And that is what Raymond believed Latinos needed to do. They needed to create this fraternity that they could turn to for support, personal coaching and mentoring, and to pursue their highest dreams and aspirations. And little did he know that at that time, Primer was going to evolve into what it is today, which is a vibrant, influential, close-knit family of nearly 100 outstanding senior executives, men and women, from all over the country. And Raymond went on to lead that organization for the first 5 years, and the current president, who's here with us today, Dan Gutierrez, had this to say about him. There are many people that come and go in one's life, and most of them never make a real difference. Then there are those that just, by their mere presence, add color and meaning to your world. Raymond is one of those individuals that adds value by his mere presence. I've known Raymond for several years and have had learned so much about being a good friend, father, and leader from him. Thank you.